Hello, in this video we'll walk through the steps to make land-looking hillshade and then ice-looking hillshade, and then we'll take a layer of fully glaciated areas and then we'll use that as a mask so that you get icy hillshade and land hillshade just where you want them. Let's fire this up. Here is a digital elevation model from NASA. The black areas are low elevation, the white areas are high elevation, that sort of thing. Here's my glaciers layer from the Natural Earth folks. It's just a great resource. Um, and now first I'm going to do just a basic hillshade, and I'm not going to set it at perfectly northwest, just a little bit north of northwest because they say that's the best. And here we go. We've got a nice little hillshade here. I just love hillshade, by the way. It's a glorious thing. I'll calculate my statistics on this so it renders faster in the future. And now I'll open up this color scheme, and instead of a black to white shade, I'll make it fully transparent in the middle and then do dark in the shadows and light in the highlights. And this is just a test to see if we're in the right direction. And yes, we are. So shadows don't really look black, right? They're like dark, kind of purpley blue kind of things. Um, and then they taper off into the blues and you get a kind of a realistic effect there. And highlights aren't just white, they're kind of a golden light amber hue. So now all of a sudden we've got something that looks kind of neat, right? And it's not perfect. I could take a little bit more time, but on off. You get the idea. We're kind of bumpifying this imagery. And you can see the imagery below, but only in the mid-tone areas where there's no hills. But if I look at my icy areas, we've got this land style in areas of ice, and it's not ideal. So I'm going to make a copy of this hillshade and make an ice version. So I visited a glacier a couple times, and I was just struck by how blue everything was. Just these deep blues and then bright cyans. And so I'm going to try to replicate that sort of feel, impressionistic sense of ice, and it's a little stark, so I'll soften it a little bit. Try a couple different things. But I want to have a glacial looking hillshade, right? Because hillshades over glaciers look a lot different than they do over forests and mountains and that kind of thing. So let's tone this down just a little bit, playing with it, tweaking it, getting it just right. Okay, good enough for now. Right. So now if I go to Greenland or Iceland or, look at Antarctica, it definitely looks like snow, right? A lot better anyways. But it's covering all of my land. So I want to do a selective mask. And so I've got this glaciers file here, and I'll select my land hillshade, and I'll say, hey, mask by glaciers. And masking in ArcGIS Pro is like masking tape. Whatever the shape is, you're not going to see your masked layer there. It's like masking tape, kind of the opposite of Adobe Illustrator, like a clipping mask. So I'll turn it off and on, and I can see, okay, good. I'm not rendering hillshade over my areas of glacier anymore. That's step one. Step two is to now selectively show my glacial hillshade only where there's glaciers. And so I'll pull in from the Living Atlas this layer. Is just a big rectangle that covers the whole world. And then I'm going to punch out my glaciers and make a file called not glaciers, right? So it's just a simple erase function. Show me where there's not glaciers, the inverse of my glacier shape file. Boom. Looks like this. There it is. Okay, there's not glaciers. See? And now for our ice hillshade, we'll say, okay, now mask by not glaciers. Cover everything up where there's not a glacier. And there we go. Now we've got ice that looks icy. We've got land that looks landy. We zoom into the Andes here. Landy and Andes kind of rhyme a little bit. I just realized as I say it out loud. And there you go. So selective hill shading based on land cover type. You can do all kinds of stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.